Test, test, test. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let us recite Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Oh Allah, you are the most merciful, the most compassionate, the most forgiving. Please forgive all our sins, our parents, our families, and the Muslim Ummah. Oh Allah, please make us to be your best servant and your best viceroy. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. First and foremost, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to continue our class. Alhamdulillah, we are now in week number 12. Okay, about 1 month, right? For your final exam. So how's your feeling now? Really? Excited? Anxious? Or just nothing? Like as usual. Nothing is special, nothing is, wondering you. Okay, life goes on as usual, and not many people also turn out for the election, isn't it? 30%. I think some of you didn't turn out, right? 30%, only 30% turn out, and for the rest on your own, right? Oh, busy with your video shooting, right? Video shooting, video editing, jump here, jump there, isn't it? For the transition. Okay, now the turn of video, now people jump, okay? Or close up. They close, in other place. Or they jump, or they click. Interesting, I like that kind of video. Thank you very much for sharing me that kind of video. That show you are following the trends. Okay, so that is part of our way to present ourselves, our idea, and our solution to the world. All right, for today we continue with the leading function. Okay, leading function. We have 4 functions of management: planning, organizing, and that one is leading. Okay, because we have to work with people. Okay, our objective, our main objective is people. Okay, because we have to work with people, not just work with them, but we have to get their participation. We have to get their hearts. We have to get their soul, their mind, and also their behavior into the world. And therefore, we have to understand not just outside, but also inside. Okay, the inner side of the workers, and not just workers, but also our stakeholders. Okay, because we are working with people. Okay, and people are not necessarily our employees. Okay, not necessarily our customers, but can be our investors, our partners, our collaborators. Those also our people that we're working with. And but for organization, we need to motivate our employees. Okay, we need to motivate them so that they will be energized, they will be directed, and they will be sustained. However, the discussion from the textbook only to make the individual able to work and contribute to the organization. That's all. Not beyond that. But for us, in this university, we have to understand humans not as an object, but human as our fellow human beings, partners. We are together as Khalifah to achieve the mission that is set to all of us. Okay, Allah said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Okay, you underline إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ from the term as Ubudiyah. We have one masjid in Perak called Masjid Ubudiyah. How many of you used to go to the Masjid Ubudiyah? Masjid Ubudiyah, Kuala Kangsar, Perak. Never heard. Never heard, also brothers? Never heard Ubudiyah? But Ubudiyah as a term, have you heard? Ubudiyah, from the word Arabic, ibadah. Ibadah, you know what ibadah means? Worship. Ibadah means worship. Ubudiyah is the noun. The noun or the word is called Ubudiyah. So that's why when we study in Islam, we have ibadah, ibadah khususiyah, ibadah ammah. Ibadah khususiyah means the specific ibadah. Okay, back to ibadah, abid, ubudiyah. Ubudiyah means we have, that is our sole duty in our life, is to submit ourselves to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Submission is our duty. So therefore, Our motivation for Muslim is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Okay? That's why when you are in hardship, when you are in, in anxiety, you are so things, what you have to say. You just say Allah, Allah, Allah. Nothing else to say. Just say Allah. And you have other thing, you can text Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, MashaAllah. So make it habit for you. You have to say everything for Allah. Okay, MashaAllah. When you say something, something, very grateful, you say Alhamdulillah. When you something very great, very great, something amazing, Subhanallah. If you think that something is mistake, sinful, Astaghfirullah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Okay, so our motivation is just simple. Remember Allah. Just mention the name of Allah. Inshallah, you will be restored. You will be helped by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah loves us to say His name. And He has 99 names that we recited, right? As Asma Harun. Who is Asma Harun? Oh, your Ustazah. Oh, not your Ustazah. Well, very popular, right? Popular celebrity Ustazah. Is this one not Asma Harun? Asma ul Husna. 99. I think you still remember, right? You Harum, and every time you will begin with the 99 Asma ul Husna. So our main motivation is Allah. Okay? Allah is our motivation. Okay, that's why in the journey of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we said Bakr, hijrah from Makkah to Medina. They hide in the small cave, and then they Sayyidina Abu Bakr very worried about the enemies. And Prophet said, La tahzan, inna Allah ma'ana. Don't worry, Allah is with us. Okay, for example, in exam, don't worry, brothers, don't worry, sisters, inna Allah ma'ana. But doesn't mean that you never studied, you never did any revision. Then you say, La tahzan, inna Allah ma'ana. That one is not true. That's why it's not reflecting our duty as Khalifah. Okay, in the journey of Prophet ﷺ also, both Prophet and also Sayyidina Abu Bakr already planned, right? Already planned for the journey. Very detailed plan. That is effort. Effort means Khalifah. You have to make, but everything done to the best of your knowledge and your abilities, and then you say, Inna Allah ma'ana. La tahzan, Inna Allah ma'ana. Meaning of tawakkal. So that is the motivation for us is always Allah. Allah. Allah is our objective in your life. So when the easiest way, you don't have to say anything, you just mention Allah. We are worried, sir, we don't have this, we cannot do Allah. Just mention Allah. And if you are so excited, you are so worried, say Allah. But sometimes you're so worried you cannot say anything, right? You say something else because you're already used to. But that's why we have to practice from now, always frequenting ourselves to mention Allah, Allah, Allah. And you can add into Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, and never stop. Okay? And the easiest but very, very heavy in the sight of Allah is when you mention Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Very simple, right? Subhanallah bihamdi, Subhanallah bihamdi. Very simple, but the weight is, mashallah, very, very heavy. Mean to say, Allah gives very special attention to those who mention the names of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. All right, we already here, we almost finished our syllabus. How are your brothers and sisters in the Zoom? 56, all of you. 56, 144 minus 56. Not enough, right? Where are the rest? Do you know where are the rest? Totally in the Zoom also not enough. Some in the Zoom, some in the class also not enough. So when are we going to have enough? 144? Can you tell me when we can have full house?
I think during the exam.
Not necessarily. Exam, so some of them already written an excuse because they cannot join they will not be able to join you in the final exam. Okay, so that also we cannot have full house. Okay, also we have to accept reality. In the post-pandemic, don't expect full house. Quarter house already sufficient. Be grateful. So must be grateful. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. You still have people in the Zoom and also in the class. Okay, it's very simple. Motivation, actually, leading function is very simple. We just wanted to know what has been understood in the past. The theories of motivation. So this chapter has only theories. When you have theories, you will be tested on your understanding of the theories. This theory meant for what? That theory meant for what? How managers did something for what and based on what theory? Okay, and when we come to our studies, so we cannot run away from theory. So the activities in the university, we are doing research, therefore every day we will produce theories. Okay, these theories are old theories. But currently we also now testing these theories and we also develop new theories because we also change, right? Yeah, we change our time, our duration, our situation also changed, therefore we also have to change. So we have early theories, how people in the past understood motivation and how people in our era understood motivation and how they are going to address the issues of motivation. The latest issue that our university proposed to the world, because you're talking about leading the world, right? Our university proposed to the world that we need to incorporate spirituality or our soul. Yeah, we have to incorporate our soul in every activities. Right now, you don't incorporate soul. Your physical is here. Your soul might not be here. But you're still alive. I'm not saying that without soul, you already pass away. Your soul means your inner heart presence, yeah, in the situation. Mean to say, we need to have focus. When we don't have focus, we cannot be creative, innovative, and we cannot increase our productivity. Our country, majority countries in the world now, we are having problem with our growth, our economic growth, and also productivity. Okay. Do you have any issues at the back you'd like to share with us? Please come forward to share with us any issues. Okay, any issues? Please let me know if there are other issues that you like to raise in our face-to-face. No, we are in the face-to-face. You can see, you can announce to the class that need attention. Basically, managers need to make sure that your employees, okay, your employees must have energy. And must have energy. That's why I know the first thing first, make sure employees all have their food with them. Or you provide food in the workplace. In our workplace, so we are providing pantry. Pantry means a small kitchen, not really big kitchen. A small kitchen whereby you can have your snacks, yeah, and also your coffee, tea, and also plain water. All right? And if you cannot provide, you provide them with cafe or canteen. Alhamdulillah, right? You know, you will be shouted, right? No canteen, right? If canteen is closed, so you're shouted, no place. If canteen doesn't provide you with good food, also you will be angry. Yeah, because this is very important, yeah, to provide us energy. Number two,
You have to give them clear mind. Their stomach must be full. Their mind must be clear what to do. Okay, directed. Their mind must be clear. And number 3, you have to continue to make sure they have energy and also clear mind, sustain or persistent. Okay, that's why it's very logical. If you go any organization, there will be canteen or cafe, or inside the office there will be pantry, or they will have the water dispenser, isn't it? Basic thing, they must have water dispenser in order to provide the energy to their workers, including in the plantation estate as well. They are given, they also provide with cafe in the plantation. And they also allow to bring food inside the field or plantation. And they also have the coffee time. In the plantation also they have coffee time at 10 o'clock. Right now it's coffee time in the estate. At 12 o'clock, lunch time. Okay, and then at 3 o'clock, another coffee time. In the estate also. Because that is human being, right? Human being need to have their energy and they need to have conversation. Conversation means they have to be told what to do or they have to be reminded what to be done. And they also have to be monitored so that they can always have the energy and also clear direction what to do. Okay, and when it is a process, this is becoming, it is not one-off. If you provide only one-time food, not enough. You have to provide continuously. Factories, they provided them with meal. Okay? They have meal during lunch time. So all the workers can have their meal. Meal is part of the benefits given to the workers. Okay, these are the theories. I think some of these you must be familiar, right? But we divided this theory into the content and also process. Content theories, Maslow. Abraham Maslow introduced the contents of needs, the needs theory. And McGregor theory X and Y, Herzberg two-factor theory, and 3 needs theory. These are the content and the process. Process means it is not to say that this content theory already outphased, already outdated, still continue. Because we need to have content before we can do the process. This goal setting theory, reinforcement theory, designing motivating job, equity theory, expertise theory, they are the process. The input is here. This is the input. Input here, process there. They are interrelated. Before you can set goal, you must make sure that they are in the good health. They are in the good health, secured, and they also in the correct motivation. If otherwise, if you don't ensure the content, the process will not be happen. If there is no input, there is no process. Input and process. Yeah, that's why even though these are old theories, but they are still relevant. They're very simple nowadays. In the past, people eat, right? During primitive time, also people also consume food, isn't it? Pharaoh also consume food, right? The first human also consume food, right? Until now also consume food, right? Why is that nowadays people don't say, we don't want to eat anymore? Can you see now? Therefore, Maslow hierarchy remains relevant. In fact, humans. And look at what are the details. This is Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay, divided our needs in order to motivate people, to give energy, to give them direction, to give them the position to work. We have to make sure that their physiological needs are always provided, always given. Physio means your physical. Your physical must be given. Mean to say you have to give them with food. All right, food. What else? Shelter. Okay, clothing. Okay, nowadays some people also say education. Education also physiological needs. We have to provide. No compromise. If you don't provide, and then this person cannot be a reasonable human being anymore. A hungry person cannot work, isn't it? Very simple, right? If you're hungry, you work and work and work until what happened to you? Collapse. It's happened in supermarket. They don't allow the cashier to rest. Standing for 8 hours, cannot go anywhere. What happened to the person? Like yourself, 8 hours standing cannot go anywhere. Cannot eat, cannot drink, just standing doing the cashier job for 8 hours. After 8 hours, the person collapsed, fainted. Mean to say, no, the workers no longer able to do the work. Okay, if the person no shelter, no building, the person also cannot work. Okay, that's very simple. Next is safety. The workplace must be secure and safe. Yeah? That's why we have guards. Yeah, we have security guards to take care to protect the workplace, yeah, from the threats. We have to have the guards. Okay, and not even in our organization, even our housing area also we employ guards, right? Recently, people became very angry with the security guards. So they have a role. No? Don't say that they don't have a role in organization. Okay, social, because we are human, we have to get socialization and also social support status, but not too much. Some people they are very concerned about the social status, the rich and the poor, the elites and the non-elites, the sky and the sky opposite to the sky. No, just the sky only. The sky and brother, the sky and the earth, right? The sky, everything sky. One day you have to go down, isn't it? Aeroplane also, right? After 7 hours or 11 hours, will be landed, isn't it? No aeroplane can remain in the sky. Okay? Aeroplane also will be landed. Helicopter also will be landed. International Aerospace Station also need to be separated at certain time to be landed here on our Earth. So that is the divide. No? We shouldn't use the divide in order to separate among us if we understand that all of us are humans. Next, our esteem. We need also to be a person who wanted to achieve something for our own satisfaction. Finally, we can get our self-actualization. So a potential that we wanted to have and we're able to materialize. So this need will begin with this. Okay? You cannot have self-actualization if you never fulfill the physiological needs. If you want to be successful, you cannot skip eating. You cannot skip sleeping. You cannot skip cleaning yourself. Right? This one is basic. Brothers and sisters, don't skip or don't ignore the basic. What I heard, you skip sleeping, right? You skip cleaning yourself. You skip eating. Am I correct? Am I correct, brothers and sisters? Students in the hostel, skip eating. Don't want to eat anymore. Because the food is not tasty. Okay? Tasty or not, we still have to eat. Yeah? No choice. Don't skip sleeping. Don't, brothers and sisters, my advice to you, never reduce your sleeping time or skip your sleeping time. This is very important. If you want to be reasonable human, you have to have a good sleep. Okay, good sleep according to the advice given by the health specialists. You have to sleep 6 or 7 hours or 8 hours a day is a must. Okay, do not skip your sleep. Okay, and now make sure that do not harm yourself. Don't expose yourself to unnecessary threat. Okay, at your work in your workplace or also at your accommodation. Okay, next is the McGregor theory X and Y. This is a simplified version of us or shortcut for managers to categorize people into lazy and hardworking. Okay, X, you are lazy. You are not accountable. Okay? You cannot be given any responsibility. You are the one that need to be forced. And you have to be told what to do. If nobody inform you, you just sit down. You ask why you didn't do anything. Boss, you didn't ask me to do anything. So this kind of workers require managers' attention at all the time. Very tough, right? You don't have other job to do, just to monitor this kind of workers. Therefore, the lesson here, don't employ these qualities of employees. That's why you have to do psychology tests. Yeah, you have to do a lot of tests before you employ any employees, because you do not want. We want to be managers also would like to do their job, isn't it? We don't want to do we don't want to monitor other jobs. It's very burdensome to monitor and to tell people and to yell at people, scream at people. This is something that managers also do not want to do. Right? You don't want to be this kind of people at your workplace. So we want the theory one. People who are independent, least supervision, they are creative. But they must be a kind and obedient person. We don't want creative, innovative, but rebellious. Always strike, always disagree, strike. We don't want this. Cannot come back to university after 12 a.m. Also disagree. Regulation said wear helmet. No, I don't want to wear helmet. Wear seatbelt, I don't want. I bought as a freedom, a free human. So you don't want, you want me to wear helmet? All right, I will protest. I will lay on the street. I will sleep on the street to protest wearing helmet. Is it necessary? The police say, okay, since you protest the law, we will bring you to the lockup. No, you cannot bring to the lockup. Who cares? Police say, brought you and put in the lockup. Scream. You scream, they will pour you water. And then you shout. Or if you scream, they will smack you. What else you want to do? Until, okay, you scream, they don't give you water and food. Until no more voice, right? Okay, now scream, some more scream. Shout. Cannot anymore, right? Don't let yourself to be into the lockup. Yeah, brothers and sisters, our students in the past used to be arrested by the police and put them into the lockup for one night. Just for one night. This is the story that shared by the student, because they still protest the university rules at that time. The university very simple. You protest, you don't want to go anywhere. You call the police come, what to do? You refuse, no problem. Police came with one truck, right? There are many. They hold you and put you into the Black Maria and put you one night only in the jail, in the lockup. After that, this brother, Taubatan Nasuha. You know, the punishment in the lockup only, no, we lockup. You cannot imagine, no, the punishment in the lockup. Because of once in the lockup, is up to the police what to do with you. You want to show that you are stubborn, so the police will make you, because police said that you are very, very wild, right? Wild, like wild animal. How to tame wild animal? Look at how people tame the bull, tame the horses, right? They have a technique to tame. But human, to tame human by force. If they just put, very simple, sometimes not just it to smack you. Just, they brought one, iceberg. And they ask you to sit on the ice for one night. You know what happened? What happened to you? Sit on the ice for one night. The entire nerve system jam, no? And now this person, perhaps, when you became old, you could have like Parkinson kind of, you could have sometimes shivering, sometimes you have, numb here and there. That's why, please behave. Don't let yourself to be arrested and put into the lockup. I saw this, some friend protested, the rules, right? You cannot after trial. Okay, we disagree with the law. This law is not sejahtera law. That is your opinion. Okay? Police doesn't care your opinion. Once you're already gazetted, your opinion is no longer matters. What you can do, you can tell the lawmakers, you inform the lawmakers, please amend this law. This law is no longer human. Former drug addict also advised the minister to amend the dangerous drug law, 1952, already very old. 52 before independence. Revise the law because not everyone wanted to use drug. Everyone wanted to plant drug at home. But if you plant without changing the law, you will be arrested. That is the job of the police. Okay, you cannot say that, oh, this is my right. Right, remember? This is human being, but this is simple method, X and Y, but actually humans are very complex. Okay, next, Herzberg. This uncle, okay, Henry, Herzberg divided into two factors. That's why we call Herzberg two-factor theory. We have the motivators and also we have the hygiene. Hygiene factors are the extrinsic, external. Okay? External. For example, your salary, good working condition, good colleagues. We have a good security at the workplace. These factors will not make you motivated. Give salary, okay, good, but not going to be last long. After the salary finish, what happened to your motivation? Motivation go down, isn't it? When the bonus finish, also motivation go down. Okay, but how to make people to continue to have their effort, to put effort and also motivation, we have to identify the motivators. This one is sometimes these are obligation, mandatory. Okay, hygiene factors are mandatory. Pay salary, mandatory. You cannot, if you refuse to pay salary, but you accepted the contract for them to work, and then you will be charged, okay, with the contract law or employment law. Personal life of the person you have to protect. No invading of privacy. You have to make sure that they don't discriminate or bully in the workplace. Now bullying is becoming another habit of people at the workplace. They became the person who bully their friends during school time, until now they keep bullying others. Bullying can be soft and also hard. The hard bully, physical. Soft one, using what? Using your mouth. It can be, you can marginalize the person or boycott the person. Okay, sometimes they exclude you. It's kind of discrimination, they exclude you. When you arrive, everybody left. Yeah, but they say, do the work. Okay? Or sometimes they use the authority, the staff authority. Okay, they use the staff authority to pressure you with a lot of works. That one is hygiene factors. But what is more important, management needs to focus on the intrinsic, the internal. How to make a person continue to work even with less salary, because the content of the work very much related to the person what I call passion, the person interest. You make the work as a passion, okay, not as a work. If you work, just work. But if you can turn work into passion, your hobby, your habit, then you have no problem with the salary. Recognition, the best employee of the month. Sometimes if you frequenting to one hotel, no? This month, this particular person. Next month, another person. After 12 months, completed, right, the entire hotel staff, right, being displayed the best employee. And then the next year, they continue with another employees. It sounds like very simple, right? But what happened? Your photo being displayed for 1 month in the hotel as a best employee. When you feel proud, right? Not involve any single cent, right? No, just print your photo and just display at the entrance of the hotel. Or nowadays, no need to print, just using the digital advertisement, right? Just put the LED and then your photo will be there. Or in the website, you feel proud. Okay. Or sometimes you are invited to be to accompany you to the TV station for certain event. Yeah? This is my best employee of the month. Okay, what do you think? What have you done until you given the reward as the best employee? The TV will interview you. You feel proud, right? Huh? You call the whole kampung. Yes, selamat pagi Malaysia, no? Everybody, please switch on Selamat pagi Malaysia at 9 o'clock. There will be a slot of the workers of the month. Everyone, no, switch on TV and all that, no. Those some ready with the camera to record. Get on TV. Or sometimes appear in the newspaper. You know, cut the newspaper and then put in the frame. Put at the family launch. Oh, this is the person of the year. This has not involved money, but it can make you sustain with the work because you're proud of yourself. Advancement, you are promoted. You are given a chance to prove your talents. This or another, you send them for training. You give them the chance, to lead certain project or certain group. And this is what called Herzberg said that managers need to focus on, because this will give the what called the motivation. Not this one. But this one is mandatory. Without this, people cannot work also. Yeah, but that's why you have to balance between the hygiene and the motivators. And for your information, behind this two-factor theory, because this is based on the Christianity philosophy, they argue that this two-factor theory is based on this the philosophy of original sins. Have you heard the term called original sins? What's that? Original sin means the first human, right? The first human, Adam and Hawa, this first human, they committed sins and they've been punished. So they were sent to the earth for punishment, and therefore we are inherited the punishment, and therefore we have to find the remedies to get rid of the punishment. That is their belief. Actually, no such thing called original sins. Here we don't inherit sins of our forefathers. No, we are our own act, our own sin. Okay, but we are here. Allah sent here with one purpose, which is to worship Allah. Okay, we never carry the sin of others. Okay, therefore, this is wrong to say this is from the original sins. But we do appreciate. Allah mentioned in the Quran that Prophet Adam and Eve committed sins in the heaven because they disobeyed the command of Allah, but they make repentance, they make tawbah, and Allah accepted their tawbah, but Allah sent them to this world with that purpose because Allah wanted them to be the Khalifah in this world. Okay. So the traditional view simply because we can only divide people into satisfied and dissatisfied. But Herbert said no, we have to go into more detail. We talk about dissatisfied. What is dissatisfied? It could be dissatisfaction or it could be no dissatisfaction. If no dissatisfaction is neutral, no satisfaction also neutral. But this neutral is bad news for managers. We do not want them to just business as usual. We don't want business as usual. We want always improvement. Therefore, we have to move from, we have to get rid no dissatisfaction. We have to get rid no satisfaction. What we want is satisfaction. For this reason, in order to get rid of this, don't forget to give salary, give bonus, make sure the working place is good and safe and healthy, and also you are good supervisor, good managers, give them to the best you can, and at the same time look at the human themselves, the human perspective. You need to be praised, you need to be appreciated, you need to be given award and so forth. Okay? For example, the quality day. You are given the excellent workers. Basically, it's nothing. There is no money also. Just a certificate. You are the best worker. But what actually to make this more important? They call you. So and so, please come to stage to receive your best and excellent award from our chief executive officer. That's all only. Right? No money actually. Of course, there is some kind of refreshment involves some money, but that money is not directly to your account, but they provide the event for you. So that's why every company they provide, they have appreciation night, right? And if you are leaving or retired or resign, farewell, right? Farewell party for you. Farewell is very important also. Not because your farewell, okay, you want to leave, okay, go. That's not good also. All right. Farewell is in order to recognize, you know, recognize the contribution of the workers. Okay. Sometimes farewell they brought you to the best place at KLCC tower dinner, farewell dinner. By right, you know, if person already retired or resigned, right? No more value, right? You already resigned, no more value for us. But remember, this person has done a lot of good things for your company. Therefore, you appreciate. Who knows this person will be recommending others to work in your organization or becoming the good advertising, word of mouth to others. Okay, next, the 3 needs theory. Need for achievement, work day and night to get the CGPA, the Dean's list, work very hard for company, the best, you know, achievers, for lecturers to be the best educators. Every day, every year wanted to be the best educators or the best murabi in this university during the quality day. This one, for those who need for power, they wanted to be the CEO, to be the general manager. In the context of country, they wanted to be minister. Any of you here going to be minister? Can I see minister? Soon to be minister? Minister Muhammad? No. Are you going to be minister? Minister. Brother here? Prime Minister? No. All of you wanted to be accountants only. Accountants, analysts. Okay, these people, they wanted power. They work day and night to get the power. They don't care about other things. So for them, so you need to identify. If they have the need for power, then you have to give them the power, the chance to grow themselves to the managerial power position. But some people, they were not because power, not because of achievement, but because of affiliation, friends. They want to have friends, to have colleagues. They wanted to have networking with others. So therefore, you have to identify these three needs. If possible, to balance three of them, but some people, they have different inclination. So these three needs are very important, and some people, they acquire this need that motivate them to work very hard. That's why we have to provide the best achievement awards and the most tenured deans, the most senior dean, and also the most helpful person in the workplace. So you identify, you give them award, and they can be an icon or role model in the organization. Okay, from the content theory, now we move into the process theory of motivation. So this process theory, process means the input must be there. Input must be there. We cannot exclude, we cannot ignore the input. Okay. So what we are going to do with this goal setting, we set the goal. We set the goal becoming the driving force for the workers to work hard into the organization, because they see the goals as something that drives them to work. And therefore, if you look at this model, the goals need to be clear. What goals? And also, you also need to get them to give the commitment and also acceptance. Okay, management by objective, MBO, we work together with our workers to set the goal because we want acceptance. If they accept it, they will participate. And we also wanted them to have the commitment. Commitment means they have to give their soul into the work. And when it comes to the work, we need to make sure that the work is given them the skill, the belief that they can do. Self-efficacy means I believe I can do. Boleh. Okay. Malaysia have one slogan called Malaysia Boleh. Still there or already outdated? Malaysia is boleh or Malaysia no longer boleh? 50-50, huh? Wow, that one is not confident. No, less self-efficacy. National culture, our belief, our traditions that we have, hardworking traditions, belief, trust, etc. This is national culture. This will moderate the motivation at the workplace, and with the feedback on the progress, the continuous praise, monitoring from the managers, and then only you can increase your performance. The goal setting theory. Okay, next, reinforcement. We have to find the reinforcers. What can encourage you? What can make you feel motivated? So we need to find what are the reinforcers. Thing that can make you going to repeat. If you being reinforced, people encourage you. Good, brother, good sister. You keep doing. Keep doing the work. And that kind of motivate, that kind of words can give you the reinforcement. Okay? But not enforcement. Don't enforce. Enforce already negative because it is not punishment. Okay, reinforce. Reinforce, actually we encourage the behavior. How about the bad behavior? We discourage. Don't punish yet. Managers, brothers and sisters managers, do not go for punishment. But what to do? Our national culture in Malaysia, they go for number one, punishment first. I hope brothers and sisters will change this culture. Our culture very, very inclined to punish. Punish first. talk later. Punish first, talk later. That is not a good culture. We have to change. Next, designing motivating jobs. The job itself also can give motivation by design with the task, the scope, and also the depth, the detail. When we talk about job depth, we're talking about the power, the control over the work. You can decide. No, you are given the chance to decide what to do. And the scope about the different tasks. Sometimes you are allowed to do tasking in the workplace. But of course, don't just give tasks without recognition and also payment. You have to give payment as well. Don't ask them to do many things, but without payment. For example, our staff, they have talent in team building. So they will be invited to be the leader in the team building. So our staff is good in organizing events. So they will be given the task to be the event organizer, for the company. So therefore, this talent need to be identified. And if you see good, then you can develop their talents. Another thing, when you have like dinner function, etc. So those talent is good in nasheed, in playing music, need to be given the role as well. Okay? So managers need to be also flexible in your perspective. Okay, these are the options available. You can do the job enlargement by giving different tasks to the employees. But again, not too burdensome. All right, if you too much of job given to teachers, for example, nowadays teachers already complain. So they have to do so many things. They have to do teaching. They have to do curriculum review. They also have to take attendance. They have to collect tuition fee. They also have to give counseling. They have to know the welfare, the wellness of each of the student in the class. And at the end, what happened to them? They also have to do clerical work. They have to key in data for their students and so forth. At the end, many teachers already chose to go for optional retirement or early retirement, which is from human perspective, manager's perspective, it is not efficient. Because they have spent a lot on these teachers, on their development, and they just retire early, mean to say you're already making losses for the organization. So we have to solve this. Number two, job enrichment. Give them more power. Okay, because senior people, do not disturb them. Let them decide what to do. Don't treat the junior and the senior the same. Okay, the senior, you can give them the flexibility and also power to decide. Okay, even though you are a young manager, brothers and sisters, you will be manager later on, and you see you have very senior workers about your father age, right? About your, very senior, like 59 or 60 years old, still working there, and you are a 20+ years old managers. So for them, be kind. Okay, but you have to look at if this person can be independent, let them to be independent and they decide, their work. But the junior one, you can also send the junior to work with the senior as part of what we call transfer from the senior to the junior. This is again all we're talking about the humans. Be humanized. Okay, be humanized in the workplace. But first of all, whether or not we know how to be humans, right? Do you know whether or not you are humans or not? Have you done any self-reflection? Am I human? Physically human, right? Physically human, but whether we are humans or not. So we look at the values. We look at our interaction. So therefore, before we can be humans, so we have to let ourselves to be humans. One of the ways to be humanized through education. Right? Education is one of the ways to humanize all of us. Okay, JCM is another approach, you know, to design work at the workplace. Okay, we have the 5 core job dimension: skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. Very simple. Task variety, task identity, and significance will lead to the experience of the meaningful of the work. For example, if I were the person that designed the layout of this, I will continue to say to people, you know, actually I was the one who designed the layout of this from 1995 until now. Why I keep saying that? Because I'm proud for my work. Even though I already got the pay, right? You know, 1995 I got the pay already. Why I keep saying? Because I can see my contribution in the work. For example, like me also, I led one team to build the signage, you know, at Karak Highway, from Karak Toll Plaza, from Lombok Toll Plaza until Genting Sempah. I can tell people every time, you know, my wife also got fed up with me already. Every time, you know, I was the one who led this signage, you know. All this signage, I was the one that, you know, led the team to build this signage. My wife said, you know, every time we go to this Karak, you tell the same story. Every time you enter the highway, you tell the same story. I know you want to say that you constructed all this. And then when I go to MR2 until Pandan Indah, the same thing, you see. All these signages, you know, all these rail guys, I let my team to do that. In 1989, I did that, 1989, but I still talking to people. Why? Because I'm involved. Even though the company that I was already gone, no longer exists. But I can see my sweat there, you know. I was sweating because I have to work during the daytime. You know, and then I also work during night time from 12 a.m. until 3 a.m. in order to do the work. Because I remember, so meaningfulness of the work. But if I will work longer, I will be given this autonomy. So I mean, this is the project. I gave you 100% in charge of the project. MashaAllah, no? If the project completed, I can say I did everything A to Z. Experience, responsibility, the outcome of the work. And I got feedback from MTD. That's why they call MTD now Aneh. Aneh said, MashaAllah, your company did very well. All our customers love the design of your signage. Again, no, you became very proud, right? So you work harder to improve your design. So this also can be done by managers to design the job or to decide who should be the team leader, who should lead the special project. You can use this. If you see your workers are not very motivated, sometimes you can bring them in this you shoot in the projector. Look at this project. We did this in 1989. Who are the people who did this? Talk this person. With this now, you can recall them. Look at, you can do. In 1999, you can do this project. Why not you people so negative about that? You are so demotivated. Bring back your glory in the past. This is something that you can also do in the motivation with your workers. And for lecturers, you know, if they know their student became minister, became someone very important in the society, it is also becoming another meaningfulness to the work. All right. This also can be done in order to design the job that can increase their motivation. All right, this one is the explanation, but next is, if you want to redesign the job, you can look at into 3 approaches. One, relational perspective. Relation means the work that emphasizes on the people and job. Mean to say that you have to make sure that the work and the people can get together. For example, cubicle, not individual office. You know what happens if individual office? Is there any chance for them to talk? Your own office, my own office. When are we going to have time to talk? But in a cubicle or in open space, they're like teachers, right? You know, school teachers. School teachers, they don't have their own office. Big table, right? And all teachers just are given a small cube or partition. You know what happened? You go to staff room or teacher's room, very noisy, isn't it? The teachers are talking among them while doing the work. Talking. This also can reduce their stress, you know, or by talking to other friends, they can reduce because they can express themselves. You know what happened if teachers like lecturers, every lecturer inside their own room? When are they going to talk? Why teachers are not given specific room, but lecturers are given specific room? Because for teachers, they are on relational perspective. For lecturers, they are on this, the proactive perspective, because they are given their task is not just teaching and to know about teaching and teaching and teaching. No, it's only 20% of their total core business. Only 20%. Another 80%. That's why they have to avoid noise. They need to have the exclusive space for them to do another 80% of their work. That's why, you know, by looking at the workspace design, we can know the degree of the commitment, participation, and passion that required in the workers. The third approach, the high involvement work practice. Whether this one to have greater involvement of the workers. For example, in the project MRT or bridge, right? All of them are there. Even the workers, they have the office at the site. And because the involvement is very important, engineers, CEO, general workers, all of them need to be in the field or in the site. And to differentiate them, the helmet, you know, the safety helmet. The white color belongs to the management. The green color belongs to whom? The green color safety helmet. Green related to what? Related to safety. Safety officer. Green. If yellow, you see people on the side, right? Yellow, they are workers on the side. So if you look at yellow, green, blue, and you see also white. What only one? Not many white. Only one. Manager only one. Or sometimes we have another manager who came from batch 2. They have to put this white safety helmet. At the side, must wear safety helmet. You cannot say I have my, I already have my hat. No, even you have hair, even you have your hijab, you still need to wear your safety helmet. That is the PPE at the workplace, especially the construction site. If you don't wear, this green helmet will come and fine you. The green helmet just like, the police in the construction site. So, 50 ringgit fine. Because failure to wear, of course not to give them the summon, but they will take photo and then they will send report to the human resource office and key in. This manager will get deduction, 50 ringgit deduction. Penalty for not wearing safety helmet on this day together with the photo. Who did this? The one who wearing the green helmet. So later on, in case you people love this kind of job, you can join as a safety officer. You know what? Safety officer is the one that hates very much by people in the workplace. Yes, you people dislike security guard. This person also like security guard in the workplace. Okay, but you are popular not because you are clever, but because people hate you very much. Okay, equity theory, we're talking about the feeling of fairness in the in the work that given to you. You can feel fair when you compare yourself with others in terms of the input and the outcomes. So you can refer to do the comparison. You can refer among the person, the system, okay, and also individual among workers in the workplace. And some of them you feel not fair because all of you work in the same workplace, same work. Why that you are given different salary? So you wanted we call disability justice. Must be equal. Don't give different salary. And sometimes the manager say, no, you have to realize that we follow different procedures. Then we have the procedure. Okay, the junior receive less, the senior will receive more because that is our procedure. It is fair based on procedure justice. That's why we have the ranks, seniority, and also we also have the assessment time or duration in the organization. Okay, that is also people say it's justice, but based on the procedures justice. So what happens if you feel not fair, under rewarded? That's why you will be petition. You write to the labor office, or you will talk to the management. You will express your anger to the management. You feel equity after doing the comparison? Okay, no problem. Alhamdulillah. What happens if you are over rewarded? Protest also? So why you give me more salary than my counterpart in other company? Anyone protest when they receive more than others? Logically, no, right? You never protest when you over rewarded. When you are given excessive pay, you never complain. But you only complain when you are under rewarded. Only insane person will go and complain to the labor office. Sir, my salary is 3 times higher than the market rate. This is not fair, because we are in the same industry. People never complain about it, but only people complain when they are underpaid. Then they only complain. Expectancy theory, what you expected. Why you work very hard? Because you see the performance. You see your performance, and then with that you get the bonus. And therefore, you put a target for yourself. And eventually, the self target will becoming the target of the organization. So that's why, from individual to the performance, we call this effort performance linkage. And then for the performance to the rewards, we also have to look at from the performance to the rewards, and also whether or not the reward is attractive or not. If everyone given the same rate of bonus, for example, in public sector, everyone get 500 ringgit. Is that attractive? Whether you are lazy, whether you are hardworking, whether you are the one that came early, whether you came late, this is the same bonus. 500 ringgit, all the public sector staff. No, no, that is not right. 500 ringgit, no. They said this is like financial assistance. Okay? That is not a bonus. Bonus meant based on the individual performance. You work harder, you get more salary, you get more bonus. For example, you can have minimum. Minimum all will get 500 ringgit, okay. But if you the one that work very hard, you get 1,000. If you higher, you get 5,000. You get more, you get 10,000. Then there will be competition among them to work harder. If just 500 ringgit, lazy or hardworking 500, there is no attractiveness, no balance in the reward. So managers make sure you have minimum, and also you can go for the difference, the differences of the individual. They put all together this theory. This theory cannot be separated, and look at our objective, look at also our organization, and apply whichever is applicable for our organization. All right, that's all for this session. Inshallah, we'll continue on Thursday fully online. Any questions? this your video. Some of you already submitted your video. Very good. Thank you very much. The rest on the way. Please share the video in the WhatsApp group so that I would like to request all of you. Please, my target how many? I want all of you. Okay? All the class members must watch your friend's video, like and give comments. Okay? And you are helping each other. You want to help, the person who want to help will be from your class. Charity begins from home. So this is our home. Start from here. You want to invite your family, your friends from outside, no problem. But the first people need to do the view, the like, the comment must be from this class. Exclude you, if you are 3, exclude you, you should have how many? Our total 144. Exclude you, 103, and then you need to get 141 likes and 141 comments. Okay, that is my expectation from all you. Okay? Then only, inshallah, you are helping each other will give more energy, because if not you, who's going to watch the video? You want me just to watch the video? Of course, I will watch the video. But with your presence, with your comment, that will add value to the video that you publish. All right, can you do that? Okay, with that we end our session. We have Tasbih Kafara and Salat. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.